Hey, it's me. I'm Jonas. Your friend Jonas from the future. I'm here to tell you things are going to go really well for you. You just got to keep your head up. Also, with me is Culture Casino, my friend from the past, and from high above us, and who knows where he is in space time. Our good friend Space Dave 2000.
It's me, Space Dave 2000. How you guys doing today?
Good. That's a great.
And nobody knows your ethnicity, so no one can say anything about that. Really,
you can't make a comment, or I'll get real mad. Huh?
There you go.
Perfect. We are getting ready to watch the PlayStation State of Play for September 24th. Wow. Somebody messed that up and said it was the 23rd there. I've changed that here. Now it is the 24th, and I don't know if the notifications will fix that here. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We are going to find out what Sony is up to. I have to think that they're trying to change the narrative a little bit from what it's been in the past, which is, have you heard about a thing called Concord?
Yeah, I saw a garbage dump full of the hard copies, but yeah. Eesh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Somebody told me that it was photoshopped. All those copies of Concord going for $1 were photoshopped. I'm like, well, they might be in truth, but definitely not in spirit. We've sent out the invite link to the usual compatriots here on that game place. They might be joining us shortly, but we're doing this at an unusual time. And also, PlayStation didn't tell us until yesterday morning that this was going on. Until they get started, and I've got the countdown timer going on another screen here. Let's talk about this, which is a nice little counterpoint to the PlayStation Pro news. This celebrating 30 years of PlayStation with a nostalgic look. That's a pretty cool looking PlayStation 5 right there.
You know, you and I were talking about this personally, and on the phone, and I said I liked it much better than the white or the black. I think you said something similar. I still think the best color for the PlayStation ever was gold, which you could get your PlayStation 4 in gold.
And the actual gold, or just like the appearance of gold?
I didn't take it in. I didn't scrape it, so I don't know. Maybe.
That's the thing about scraping gold, is that you have damaged it. If you can't damage it, well, that would be a different material other than gold. But gold is, of course, quite flexible.
Soft.
Also, our good friend Spencer Bakuli is out there in the chat, and he says, smash that like, do it, hit that sub if you haven't already. Please do. And also, I don't understand why Spencer is not a moderator on this channel. We got to fix that.
I also don't understand why he is not here.
It's true. It's true. I would love to hear his comments here. So let's take a look. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Spencer is a wealth of knowledge. He is a very good gentleman.
A fount.
Fountain, yes, correct.
That's right.
So this is kind of going through the PlayStation 1, like...
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I thought.
We have a regular monster here, though.
Oh, well, is he a regular monster, or is he a movie monster? Way better than that telly monster. Marvin, welcome to the panel.
Oh.
Or maybe not. All right, I'm gonna
get stuck.
Okay, we won't start without you.
We'll do it live.
I can hear you now.
We'll do it live.
We also have Marvin to remind everybody that Marvin's got a special stream tonight.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
In 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah. I've been getting everything ready for it. It's a Tooneytown Wrestling 5,000 subscribers celebration.
Woohoo!
Congratulations!
Awesome! Congratulations, man. That's really great.
You.
You have not. You're moving
very
faster than that Park Place. I'm supposed to be jealous of you.
Hey,
that is the YouTube rule, right?
I never hide my jealousy, but then again, I'm always very grateful that everybody's blowing by me like I'm Linda Ronstadt. Blue
Yeah.
Bayou.
We've got like 3 minutes before they start this thing, and I'm sure there's going to be some preamble on it. But what are
what
we
is
thinking
that right
about
there?
this? This is a
Yeah.
PlayStation Portable-ish thing. I forget what this is called.
Yeah, it's called the PlayStation Portal. It's like it's basically a Switch. Like it turns the PlayStation into a handheld.
And that's your phone, I imagine. That's connected
Nope,
to your
this
own
is-
device. Or?
No.
This is the only
No,
thing
it's a
this
tablet.
device can be used for. Actually, it is. That thing is locked on there, and this is the only thing it can do is play PlayStation games off of the TV, as in not on the TV.
So
and
it's streaming from your own PlayStation 5, I imagine, not actually
Yes.
a unit. Okay.
Yep. And
what's the upside of this?
it doesn't occupy your TV.
Right.
What's the upside of
it's been
this?
tried
Well,
before,
I mean,
yeah.
no, like like Mrs. Movie Monster, she prefers handheld to the big TV play for gaming. So like that's the thing that I think she would enjoy.
All right.
It's as I understand, I don't know that this is even that portable because I think you can't even be off of your own Wi-Fi from a functional standpoint and be stable.
Yeah, I
So-
think you have to have it's got to be like within the range of the Wi-Fi that the PS5 is connected to, I think.
Right. It specifically says from your own Wi-Fi, so your home Wi-Fi only. So,
So you're introducing additional delay.
exactly.
Wonderful.
Exactly. So you get the high-end gaming console out there, the one for the people who just want it to function exactly how it's supposed to function. And then you say, what if you play it on a teeny tiny little screen?
Yeah.
Microsoft already tried this, though. They did live streaming from your Xbox to any device that was.
That didn't work.
It was terrible. Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, I've never been able to get. I can get streaming for my PlayStation 5 onto my MacBook or my almost anything else, and that's no problem. So I don't know why I would want and I can do that with a PlayStation controller. I think I usually use the Dual Shock, not the Dual Sense for that. But it seems fine. It's a little expensive though. Yeah, here we go. Film Watcher 96. I think it's like $200. Yeah, it's expensive.
It's ridiculous.
And it
I
says,
don't know.
can the PlayStation Portal remote player be connected to public Wi-Fi networks? PS Portal can connect to a range of public Wi-Fi networks. And before, you'll need to have completed the initial PS Portal with your home Wi-Fi. See, this is a product I don't even care what it is, honestly, because I'm never going for it. But that right there, this is the most likely thing that I would ever get, is this nice little PlayStation 1 style controller.
I think it looks really, touchy, grabby.
It
You know,
does.
yeah.
I like this pattern, by the way. That's
Me
the
too.
pattern that's on. It's the shapes pattern.
Yeah, I don't think if somebody's paying $90 or $100 for a controller, they really should complain all that much about $200 for a screen and control.
Maybe, except that I don't think that can you even. I don't know that it has all the rumble functionality and all those other things. But we're about 15 seconds.
What if
less.
it shakes? What if it shakes the screen? That happens.
Yeah,
That
so
would be
wonderful.
cool. All
I
right.
literally almost bought one the other day for Mrs. Movie Monster's birthday, but then didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, I decided on a weekend at Disney instead, and now there's gonna be a hurricane.
hey, welcome, Spence.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh my goodness, Spencer.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness!
I left it on for you, Marvin. Left it on
No.
for you.
This reminds me of an emotionally scarring backstory from Gibbelstump.
All right.
Oh,
hey.
it's Astrobat. There he is. By the way, there's no closed captions.
They're
Boo.
gonna lean into this. My goodness.
Oh,
yeah,
they
this
better.
better just be a victory lap.
Jonas is already.
Oh,
Oh,
the
they're all
Helldiver.
Darth Vader.
No, those are Helldivers.
Oh, I was hoping.
By the
it
way,
was-
the end of this game is fantastic.
you already finished it?
Yeah, now I got to go back and get my platinums. Ooh, looks like we're getting an update.
Oh,
How's the audio, by the way? Too high,
Good.
too low?
good? Well, you could probably turn up
It's a bit low.
You
yeah,
can probably tap it just a smidgen.
yeah.
Ooh, that's perfect.
Look at how amazing he is.
He is pretty
Looks
amazing.
so fun.
Jonas, if you could turn on the Atmos surround sound for us, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Jonas,
Can
is
you
this
put-
a full,
turn on the
is this a
40X?
full game?
Has everyone
Like a full
swallowed their
game that-
internal speakers?
Is this a full game that costs like $70?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's Eve. That's neat.
Yeah, they added Stellar Blade to that in the most non-provocative way possible. Well, there you go.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas Ducey, the studio head at Team Asobi. We couldn't be happier with the reception to Astrobot. And
That's right. He's like, hey, remember how you tried to shut down our studio at Team Japan and we just made the best game ever?
So much.
Ooh.
It's that meme that I lived,
Today's
jerk.
trailer was a sneak peek at the DLC we'll release later this year at no additional cost. We'll have more to share soon.
Yeah, turn it up a
For
little
now,
bit, the audience
enjoy
says.
the state of play.
Bonjour, everybody.
It's the fact that he is French, no? Oh, thank you for telling me what time it was a few minutes ago.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark
Oh,
safe
what fresh nightmare is
and burning.
this?
Interesting.
While I was in the black, I had a dream. There was a monster in the woods. And on you go, like a moth.
Whoa.
Handcrafted in clay?
Or at least the visual style of it. I'm about that. That's really interesting.
That is really cool looking, right?
James and the Giant Peach.
Will it be out before Halloween?
If they're smart.
Yeah.
If they're smart, it's available like right now.
Mm.
A lot more.
Oh, that is great.
That is a
visual.
great art
Right?
style.
These are so
That-
cool.
Yeah. At first I didn't like it, but now I do. It's interesting.
Yeah, Dave. At first I was like, it's a little freaky, but I like it. But now I'm like, okay, now I'm about it.
I'm just going to
Stinky
keep my
Cheese Man,
finger
the
on
Kain.
the button. Ah, that's right.
Small flame.
Can you notch up the audio just a touch?
The Midnight Walk. Okay. I'm trying not to get hit with the music here too much.
Fair
Hopefully,
enough.
hopefully we'll be
Oh
fine.
yeah, that's a good call.
But what was that called? The moonlit
Midnight Walk.
Walk? Midnight
Wish
Walk.
list now, so that means it's out now, as you said, Spencer? Or am I reading that wrong?
I was hoping it was. I was hoping. I think I missed the date.
I don't remember when it happened.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
I remember how I felt.
FF7.
Father told us to hide when they came to our house.
Last of Us 4.
Took him away.
Last of Us 2 again.
Mother said I could
Last of
not
Us 2
hide
times
anymore.
2.
Everyone had fled.
It does nothing but just give you an extra copy of the game.
Country was sick. But we would be
Get
okay.
a free golf club.
The Last of Us 1 and
Limited
2
edition
in
golf
one
club,
game.
yes.
So now you're going to buy it again.
I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong.
Okay, this
They
is
lived inside
very
our
different.
heads.
Ah.
Oh man, he ain't got no face. Flower
This is
rebooted.
Neat. This is like a modern fantasy type thing.
Hey, it's like, hey, we're gonna steal from Software.
He's got a PlayStation Portal.
It's from Software Steel. It's Death Stranding and Elden Ring had a baby.
Yeah. Oh, and wait, didn't we just steal from Skyrim there? Okay.
Skyrim's been out for 100 years. They can steal from it.
It's
Alright.
also just like generic fantasy, so it's hard to say you're stealing.
It's just called Hell. Oh, okay.
Hell is us or US? What does that mean?
Yes.
So Clint Eastwood.
You feel lucky, punk.
Hell is us. Okay.
Helios.
Hell is us.
Helios.
That appears to be an American
Hell is
studio, but under Namco, maybe.
Yeah.
My story is a tale of.
They're publishing a few of those like
Oh,
Western
yeah.
games now, like that Unknown 9 Awakening or whatever it is.
We are doing Russian games.
Yes, we always have the accents terrible.
Hello, I've got hand floating in the sky.
Yeah, these are really bad, Dave.
We can see, yes, very bad voice actors.
Please, just let Yana be all right. What is that?
This says
Does anybody
VR,
on the
so
panel
is
have a
this-
VR? Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
hearing other voices on the radio.
You said there were people there.
Oh, why does this look familiar? Maybe I saw this on
Yeah,
that
this
theater
is
stream.
Okay. One of these was underwater before. The most recent one was on airships.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Oh, this is supposed to be BioShock?
No, but it looks like BioShock.
No, but it's that.
To prevent something worse.
Forearm too expensive to animate.
Metro.
Wait,
There. I knew it was Metro.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That
Oh, that's
slipped
not
in my
a-
mind.
That's not a good
Oh, it's
birthday
VR.
present.
A remake, basically, for VR.
Ooh.
He's the fake girl.
Oh, a good karaoke game.
Wait,
How did it
Really?
feel to learn the truth about the night sky?
Forspoken 2.
Oh, good. Another person hanging.
Long ago. You
I was gonna
These
say,
games are
I'm
very
noticing-
dark. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was noticing too. Like,
Um,
this, like
maybe
obviously,
Halloween.
I'm not against that like dark theming, but like that's a really big emphasis on all three of the games so far, outside of Astrobot.
Gloria. It must be the will of your beloved mother.
Skyrim 2.5
However,
mixed with The Witcher.
I still have
There's
no
your coin for The
trust
Witcher.
in your kind.
Altered Beast.
I wish.
Combo.
okay,
Rise from your grave.
okay.
Jonas, what's wrong with your computer? Why is there so much lag?
Is it lag? I can see
No,
it fine.
Yeah, I think you're good.
It's because he's the source image, and we're catching up.
Yeah, and
That's true.
We could be a little bit behind. What's going on?
no, we're good.
No, I don't
We're
see
good.
any
No,
lag.
you're
Joe.
fine. You're fine.
Keep
You're
going,
fine.
keep going. Don't stop it.
Prove yourself.
Now we're
I'll
now
speed
we're
up when
behind.
somebody's jabbering on. You know, it's not a big deal.
This trial.
It's Eve again.
Again.
Okay, I don't know what this is, but this looks amazing.
It's pretty dark.
Archeage
Arch-
Chronicles.
You might become
Archage,
one of us.
Archage.
I'm kind of with Jonas on that
One
pronunciation. I don't know
of
what
us.
it's supposed to
One
be.
of us.
Coming 2025. So nothing. That's essentially a non-announcement.
Hey, look, it's them.
Is that Pal World?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could fall through the worlds.
Aren't they getting sued
Constantly.
right now?
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
getting sued by Pokemon.
I thought Nintendo dropped that recently.
Nope.
No,
Oh, no, they-
Nintendo just
they
won a
have to move
$15 million
forward,
lawsuit against somebody else for copyright infringement on Pokemon. Ooh, yep. Pal World on PS5.
Oh, I can finally play it.
Well, you're not missing much.
That frame rate is not me, by the way. That
I don't
is-
know. I really liked it. It's,
Oh, wait,
it's
no,
a little
that is.
bare bones, but the bear concept is pretty fun.
Yeah,
You
no,
do
I
get
agree.
bored
The,
of it
the
really
concept's
fast.
interesting, but it hits a wall where it's just.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm right
Yeah.
there with you, Dave. You like you catch a few, you do a few battles, and you're like, what do I do now? And there's
Out
Yeah.
really
today.
Exactly. There's no story whatsoever, basically, unless you read everything.
you can't even evolve.
Yeah,
Wait.
exactly.
She's speaking
go.
really fast.
She was speaking Simlish.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay,
Whoa,
that's
whoa,
cool.
whoa.
Lunar Remaster Collection brings together Lunar, the Silver Star
Oh,
Story complete,
stop.
and Lunar 2, Eternal Blue complete, with updated visuals,
Wow.
I never got to play
widescreen
Eternal
mode,
Blue.
and more.
Oh my god, this is one of my favorite games of all time. You have no idea.
That sounds like the singer
Lunar
from.
Remastered Collection comes to PS5 and PS4 in spring 2020.
Oh,
Who
I
did
am
Harry?
so
It's
excited. I am
today.
so
Two
excited.
updates on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge.
Oh,
And again,
First,
amazing.
the Radical Reptiles DLC, which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters.
Cool.
And for no extra cost, a remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
oh wow!
Today, that's pretty cool.
We need more of this. Shadow.
Is this Shadow the Hedgehog? Oh, yep,
Yeah, it
it's
looks
done.
like it. Yeah, 'cause
Oh
that's
yes,
done.
it is.
Oh, is it done? Is it ready?
Generations is coming out. Wait, is that
Is this a-
Keanu?
That's
I think
Keanu
it's a-
Reeves.
You heard
I think
right.
it's a skin.
Keanu Reeves is joining Sonic X Shadow Generations as part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3
Dude, this is
movie
what
cast.
Nolan and I
The
reported
movie
on.
is inspired by scenes from the Sonic
So
the
this
Hedgehog
actually
3
happened.
movie and arrives December 12th. The
Oh,
Sonic the
that-
Hedgehog
there's
3
the
movie pack is
full-on extra
included in the digital
DLC
deluxe
thing to
edition,
play as movie
which lets you
Shadow
play the
in
game
Sonic
3
X
days
Shadow
ahead of
Generations.
its
When was the last time
October
we got
25th
something
release
like that?
date.
That's amazing.
Was Ben Schwartz going to be playing Sonic? Or?
If he's in there, probably. Oh, I think is this
Hello, State of Play. I'm Sakaguchi, プロデューサー of
What is
Fantasy
this?
and Neo Dimension. 手作りのジオラマを使ったファンタジー
Fantasian?
の Dimension 150も作りました。
I'm still geeking out of
Like an
Balloon.
old
Battle
PS1
system allows
game. I'm
players
about
to
it.
stock random encounters and fight them all later at once. During battles, players can manipulate the trajectories of spells for maximum damage. Music composed by Nobuo Uematsu from Final Fantasy.
PlayStation 5にて
Fantasian Neo Dimension
2025
arrives
年
December
12月
5th.
5日発売。どうか皆さんにプレイしていただけたら
Did you guys ever play Luna?
Of
I did
course.
not, but I will now.
Oh, it was.
I know you can read Kaliki
We're
Oak.
just
Not
over
everybody
a month away
can.
from the release of Dragon
I
Age:
never
The
got-
Veilguard. Let's
Oh,
check in
God.
with BioWare
Oh,
and Electronic
boo.
Arts.
Oh, please don't
and
say
look,
something embarrassing.
climax
Can we fast
Oh,
forward?
guys,
Okay, wait.
guys,
no, no,
I have a confession to make.
You,
I
yeah, we know.
pre-ordered
You
this
pre-ordered.
Yeah,
game.
we saw.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the audience doesn't know. It's for
Take
the
one
channel.
for the team.
We've gotten
for the
word from the
channel.
wardens.
Have they found Gillenane?
Not yet.
He's
But
he's
they
only
found
saying
something
that,
else worth
guys. It's
killing.
not really for the channel.
One of her blighted dragons.
Rook, you made it. Good. Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon. We've tracked it
Why
to a
do the
ruined tower
graphics look
nearby.
like they went back in time?
That lair is a
Yeah.
death trap.
Yeah, they look really.
We
Did
need
you guys
to
see
lure
the
her
post
out
that's
to
going
have a
around where
chase.
some like a modder or like a not, maybe not a modder, but somebody went
challenger.
and he
Draw the
like
dragon out
reduced
into
the
the
head
open.
shape or the head
Then
size of
attack.
each character in this game by like 0.5, and it made everything look way better. Like they don't look like weird Funko Pops anymore. It's kind of insane.
I don't know what just happened.
I'm sorry,
It was
BioWare.
There's too
Get
much
ready.
stunning bravery going on right now.
So I guess the actual characters in the game, but not your own character, can actually look like an attractive person on some level.
Come on. Come on.
Why did the Canary look like
Very
like
weird.
Lord of the Rings elves without horns?
Nah, dude, they look like handsome Squidward.
Hit the wings. Force her to land. Second detachment. Flank on the
It
walls.
looks like Fable.
Let's go.
A lot of women in command there. I can't help but notice.
This looks so bad.
Oh, this looks really bad.
It looks worse than
Just
the
from
last
like a
race.
game standpoint, this looks really bad. This looks so outdated.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, it looks not even really a step up from Inquisition.
Did they fade in and out during the
Yeah.
battle like footage?
They did.
What?
They're
Are you
they're hiding
kidding me?
something. Yeah.
Well, because
That dragon skull
because
summon
we
was kinda
didn't
cool.
focus on updating the gameplay or the graphics. We just focused on making it stunning and brave.
Did they? Okay, so did they hide an area of effect spell that the dragon had, or something with the fade in and out? I don't know.
We have no idea. Yeah.
So you have to go into a menu to select your spells in the middle of a
Yeah.
match. That's
Yeah,
not
well,
great.
It's always had interrupted gameplay like that, but I just
Well, then I'm that's a pass. There's another one.
What is happening?
I don't know.
The damage
Not
isn't
even
even
the full
moving that
boss
much.
fight. I don't understand what this trailer is.
This is
I'm
the
not-
most boring boss fight I've ever seen in my life.
This is where I should have fast forwarded.
This is ridiculous. This
They're just doing the same things over and over and over again.
Yeah, this is really antiquated gameplay.
Wow, that's
Oh,
terrible.
look at the way the dragon is animated.
Yeah, I'm going to say Arc Age Chronicles was a bit more impressive there. Little confused by the art style, but whatever.
I'm pretty sure that thing's a Harbinger from or one of the. It's a Mass Effect 3 villain.
Oh, it's
The one
a
that brings
Zerg.
the Reapers.
Gillenane.
Comes the cannon fodder.
guys, we might legitimately see the end of BioWare with this game.
This does not look like a particularly engaging game.
The only reason I think that they might continue on is because they supposedly have a Mass Effect 4 coming out.
And this is not gameplay. This is definitely not gameplay.
No,
it's coming out October 31st.
Oh, good.
I think it's done.
Isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls.
Bright Falls, okay. And this is from
Games.
Epic?
Yeah, you're getting to play Alan Wake 2, I imagine.
Oh, please, no.
An add-on.
If
I didn't even finish that game.
What was waiting for us in there? I would have just kept on driving.
Yeah, this is DLC for Alan Wake 2. Or it's Troll, I think it's called.
Well, they're only working on like 3 games right now. If it's DLC for Alan Wake 2, Epic has not been paid back for the amount of money they paid Remedy in order to make Alan Wake 2. So,
What if they got paid back for all the money they gave Sweet Baby Inc? Did you guys see?
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Alan.
Did you guys?
Alan?
Did you guys see that? Square Enix apparently dropped Sweet Baby Inc.
Yeah,
Let's
dropped
hope.
from the client list.
Yeah, they're off the public client list. Let's hope that's real and not some like graphic mess up, or they're trying to hide it, or anything more sinister. I really hope it is that straightforward.
This looks more interesting. Still not. Oh,
Cabela's 2024.
is this another Hitman game?
No,
Yeah, it
I
looks like
remember
Hitman.
this game.
The bell. More games need to let you do Looney Tunes stuff.
Okay.
Oh, that's I kind of like the washing the blood off your hands. That's a neat little detail.
That's visceral right there. Reminds me of GoldenEye.
Oh, wow. It is
Hitman.
Hitman. Nice.
All right.
The
I'm glad they're
visuals were
coming up
a
with
little-
more stuff for VR2.
Yeah, they're a little janky.
Does anyone on the panel have VR though?
I'm afraid to raise my
I
hand.
have a MetaQuest. I don't have PlayStation VR.
Is this Legacy of Kain?
Oh, yeah, the remasters for 1 and 2. They were leaked earlier today.
Soul Reaver, is that what this one is?
Yep. Dang, I never realized he was a skinny guy.
See, they changed the graphic there. You saw that, right?
It was a Dreamcast game, wasn't it?
Like PS1.
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
This
Hey,
is
it
like
looks
the
better
Tomb
than
Ra- the Tomb
Veilguard.
Raider remasters.
The future has always been written.
A Canary?
Don't fight it, Raziel.
So what was the other one that kind of went with this? Because there was another Soul Reaver. There was another Legacy of Kain game.
Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and
Wasn't
2
there?
Remastered
Anyways.
arrived December 10th, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the
I
first
think they were just 1 and 2. I think it was just Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1, and
games
Soul Reaver
from
2.
the original PlayStation era also inspired
Before they had to give
Spotlight
like
from
extra
Blumhouse
titles.
games. It brings atmospheric
Oh,
political
Blumhouse
scares
games?
to PS5 and PS4 on October 22nd.
Just go home, Viv.
It's a big old nope from me.
Oh, never mind. There you go, Davina.
So happy.
Fear the Spotlight. Okay.
Return to our ancestral land, a Gasper.
So what's going to be the big one that they end on?
Build villages and nurture vast ecosystems
Um,
in Towers of Agazba.
I don't know. Maybe we're gonna get another Abe Oddworld game.
This colorful world includes unique.
I keep waiting to get an announcement of a God of War
characters,
DLC that's not the last
and
one.
also allows you to invite other players to visit your island.
Okay.
Towers of Agazba launches into early access.
Agazba, what a name. I'm going to have to clarify that one. I'm going to have to be very careful how I pronounce that when I tell people about it.
Who is that
Fortnite.
person?
This feature enables friends and family to explore the world and build villages together while playing on the same PS5 or PS4.
Okay, well, this is functionality that's been in
Another Fortnite
pretty
news.
much every other
The new
version of
Fortnite
Fortnite.
limited edition DualSense wireless controller arrives
Oh,
later
Jonas
this
is
year.
breaking out his debit
No,
card.
Starting
pass.
October 3rd.
Pass. Yikes.
Visit PlayStation blog.
What is that?
Ugh. No.
I want the Astrobot one.
Versus
I just
1000
want the
Warriors
dual
Origins.
Peely.
And Koei Tecmo Games is ready to share the release date. Let's take a look.
I would get a dual Peely.
Oh, new Dynasty Warriors?
Guardian of peace.
See, that's art.
You have crossed paths with men who may one day bring about order. Until then, you must
There's a lot of
adapt
supers.
to the chaos and find a way to survive. So choose your path wisely. Go forth and learn what it means to be a hero.
You claim to strive for justice, but have no way to achieve it. Tearing down the system without providing an alternative is mere wanton
Okay, that's really pretty.
Yeah,
It is.
looks amazing.
What is
Is
this
there an
called?
actual story?
This is a Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Oh, really? Okay.
I've never seen a Dynasty Warriors game have like a legit story behind it. It usually was just hack and slash.
All that remains.
They had stories, but yeah, never that deep.
It's the story. The story's the thing that you hit the button and it advances.
Yeah, if
You
you
just gotta
mash
wait
it a
for Lu
bunch,
Bu to show up.
if you mash it a bunch of times, it really advances.
See, now this
This is what I'm
is-
talking about.
Exactly.
Muso Games 5 ever.
It's really pretty. Origins.
It's so Jover. We're so back.
This is why I love
Still hoping
Spencer.
that I imagined the whole thing.
When I see an opening shot like that, I just think that people who make trailers for games don't know what people want.
Oh, we got Capcom, huh?
So, Captain,
I mean,
been
if
getting up to?
if the developers
Hey, it's
don't
the
and the
S-
designers don't,
Do you see the SJW haircut?
Yeah, fantasy world with glasses, furries.
This forest is amazing.
Breath of Fire 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
appropriate
it's Monster
voices.
Hunter. This is all very standard Monster Hunter.
For this kind of weather.
That
You
makes
think
sense.
it's Monster
Every
Hunter?
year. Every year
I
I've
know
hoped,
it's Monster Hunter.
Oh, okay.
I've hoped every year for Breath of Fire 5 and I never get it.
This time,
Or any
the
Bre-
monsters
or any
hunt
Breath
them.
of Fire like remaster or re-release. Yeah. The monsters hunt that.
Ouch. Try more dodge in your dodge.
Oh, you can run in a lake.
How else are you gonna hunt a monster?
I'm bragging on it, but I've never played these. I know they've got a massive fan base.
Man, the visuals are good on this.
You wish
Wow. Okay, compare this to the BioWare game, and you're like,
Oh yeah, well this actually looks fun. It has style.
Yeah.
You know, the graphics are unusual, but they're going for something stylistic here. So
yeah.
Is that a rooster?
Neil.
Hey, what's wrong with roosters?
Dino roosters.
That's it. The White Wraith. It's real.
Is that what we're after? The White Wraith.
Okay, That's cool.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
Are these graphics not 10 years old looking though, or is that just me?
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon.
The same dragon from Dragon Age.
Give it to me, and I'll.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I feel like this trailer is longer than it needs to be.
Way
Monster Hunter
longer.
Wilds. There we go.
Hooray.
Davina.
Yay.
February release.
There's actually a lot of announcements here. I'm keeping track as we go through. Oh, and something you can download, the Guild Night set. All right.
Hey, look at all those amazing pre-order bonuses. Oh,
Guys, I have another confession to make.
Oh no.
So you know when I pre-ordered Dragon Age?
Oh no.
I pre-ordered the collector's edition.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
$130?
No, it was 90.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still ridiculous, but wow.
Marvin, you may have a problem. You and I talked about this.
I have a hard time letting go of franchises.
We're gonna read supers as soon as they're done talking.
Yeah. I feel like we talked about this, and I suggested help. Remember?
Yes, I didn't get it.
Clearly,
5-step program.
Sorry, the Capcom Online program. Are they saying that's another reveal or a direct?
I don't know.
By the way, thank you Nintendo for deciding to skip E3 that one year and changing the entire industry. There we go.
A hunter with a mysterious past and her very
Oh no.
are all that stands in the way.
Oh no.
Unspeakable evil. Join them as they explore.
Don't they have to ugg that Lego up a little bit?
They did.
Yeah.
Awesome. But wait, there's more. With the digital
Is anyone else kind of tired of Lego franchise though?
I don't mind them as long as they appropriately price them. You know. Okay, so they're doing they're making this into PlayStation Lego then. Okay, I can see that.
So the game should be appropriately priced, even though the Lego sets themselves never are.
Oh yeah, this is the kind of thing that I'd pick it up when it's 20. Lego Horizon Adventures.
Pre-order
Hi, everyone.
bonus.
I'm Kristen Zatani. We are so excited.
pronouns
to
are-
on Lego Horizon Adventures when it launches on November 14th. And Aloy has more good news on the horizon.
Oh no.
Not for us.
Why is every person they've shown like
original
introducing
adventure,
these things
Horizon Zero
looks
Dawn,
like the
newly
friend of
announced
the girl that you're trying to hit on at the bar that like keeps getting in your way?
You mean the one that's
Horizon
playing,
Zero Dawn
you know, block,
Remastered includes more than 10
line, yeah.
hours of re-recorded conversation mocap and countless graphical improvements that bring the game to the same visual fidelity as Horizon Forbidden West.
How many remakes is this that we've seen?
Lots.
This is 4?
This bothers me, the idea of remastering a game. I mean, I get it. I understand why you do it. If you know something sold already.
This new version of Horizon Zero Dawn will arrive October 31st.
Oh wow.
I mean, I've bought the first The Last of Us 5 different times.
PS5
So
version for $9.99. Visit PlayStation Blog for more details and watch the full trailer to see.
Do I have
Marvin,
to have
stop
the
admitting
digital?
bad things on this stream.
Do I have to have the
know.
digital edition for that?
I don't know.
New content is on the way to the action-packed world of Stellar Blade. A new photo mode lets players set up the perfect picture.
Uh-oh,
with
attractive
visuals,
female. This
poses,
is toxic.
expressions, and filters.
Yeah. Wow, they look like
And Stellar
girls.
Blade's original soundtrack
Yeah.
featuring over
Well, that's that's an improvement.
remember when they were like, when the journals were like, no woman actually looks like this, and then they released the picture of the model who looks exactly like this.
But that's not all.
Except her face for no reason.
Where's her organs?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Sci-fi worlds collide.
She's a robot, she
Stellar
doesn't
Blade
need it.
and Nier Automata collaboration coming. to
Somebody said
Stellar
in the
Blade
chat that
with-
I'm
Oh,
compulsive.
finally! There we go.
That's how
Somebody
that's
said it-
pronounced?
We all saw that coming.
Near Automata? Ooh.
Now let's talk about what's ahead for PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
First, your monthly games for October are WWE 2K24, Dead Space, and Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. These will be
Already?
available to all PlayStation Plus
Wow,
members
that's
starting
a
October
bad
5th.
offering.
WWE 2K24 came out
Meanwhile,
like
our library of PlayStation
About
5
4 months ago,
ago.
maybe.
with
Yeah.
2 more fan favorites from the original
It had
PlayStation
like
arriving later
27
this year.
people buy it.
Blood Omen Legacy
Yeah,
of
Marvin,
Kain,
did you play that at all? or-
That's it.
Yeah,
Blood
yeah.
Omen.
Naughty Dog fans know
Oh, God.
September 26th is The Last of Us Day, and we're celebrating by adding the critically acclaimed
Oh
PS5 hit The Last of Us Part 1 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog this Thursday.
Another game that I bought.
I was given that game.
By someone who hates you and wants you to be depressed?
No, I mean it was
The first game's good.
okay.
Controller
I
time?
never liked The Last of Us, even from the jump.
Okay, we have Emerald Green.
Controllers.
The Play It Loud collection.
Oh, what? Taste the Rainbow.
These are sick.
Collect
So-
them all.
Is the Pro controller going to be slightly better than these or the same?
Will it
Are
defeat
we talking about the
drift?
Portal or are we talking about the PlayStation Edge? There's a bunch of customizable stuff on the PlayStation DualSense Edge or Dual Edge or whatever that's called. That's like a $200 controller.
Okay. So are they so I can get a PS5 Chroma collection. All right. I like the blue purple one.
Admittedly, they'll probably
Yeah, that
be
blue
worth
purple
money
is
down the road. So.
Doesn't that look like a famous comedian guy?
He does.
Dana Carvey.
It looks like Dana Carvey.
I was thinking
yeah.
of Dana Carvey. Exactly.
Okay.
The church lady.
Yeah, this is
Isn't
Mark
that
Cerny.
special?
He's the guy who made Marble Madness back in the day, and he is a genius. He's a little weird though.
PS5 Pro.
You think?
Alongside several
Aren't they
games
You know
all?
who
showcasing
made this?
superior frame rates and improved graphics that the new console makes possible. With PS5 Pro, developers have access to 3 key improvements: an upgraded GPU, advanced ray tracing, and AI-driven upscaling that
I think we've
combine
heard
to
this
bring
before.
developers closer to
I'm
realizing
confused though because AMD's strength is
We're
not
excited for players to get
graphics.
their hands on PlayStation
ray,
5 Pro
well,
when
ray
it
tracing.
launches
So
this
how
November.
could they improve it when
tracing's
they
an
don't even
NVIDIA
use it?
thing.
Here's
Yeah.
a look at some of the games that are being enhanced for the new console, including a few titles that we're revealing for the very first time today.
Wow. Okay, I'm bored apparently.
This is a time of our lives.
Yeah, I like the I like the 30th anniversary edition that we talked about. Okay, FF7 Rebirth.
Wow, she looked not exactly right.
Nice.
I just started another FF7 Rebirth game the other day.
I need the PC announcement. I'm dying over here.
Snake Eater. Excuse me?
The Delta one. The Metal Gear Solid Delta or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Demon Souls, Hogwarts.
Hey,
Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I've noticed racing games, their graphics are
Getting better.
improving every generation, but
Well, I watched a clip.
other stuff.
I watched a demo clip of Cyberpunk 2077 upscaled to the max. I was like, that's a real like freeway.
That was about 10 games and many more.
And many more.
And Mandy Moore. All right, we done, guys? Nope. What is this?
Oregon
boy.
Trail.
That'd be great.
Remastered.
Remastered.
Die
Yeah,
of
remastered.
dysentery.
You have dysentery.
Oh, no.
Shadows!
No. Are they about, is this Tsushima?
It might be.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think it's Tsushima.
Oh, I'm trying to listen to the music.
I'm trying to listen to what they're
Okay.
saying. I can't hear.
But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think Hunter.
Is it?
If they're about to show that this is Yasuke, I'm just done.
No, that's definitely not him.
It's Ghost of Tsushima. The Wind.
The game also, yeah, the wind, and it also looks just way better than Shadows.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
bit
give me a
of-
little bit more than this, Sony.
Oh, that's it. Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Punch.
Oh,
Oh, that was great.
Jeez.
Oh.
Jonas, what did you do?
What? Why?
All right, well, apparently we're going to have to watch it afterward.
Yo.
It's not going to be Jin. I mean, it can't be Jin, right?
Yeah, it can.
Depending on your playthrough.
I'm looking forward to this so much.
It looks like a lady.
It is. Mhm.
No.
That is genetically impossible. Ghosts can't be ladies.
No, they didn't.
I had a feeling when they masked her.
I feel like you guys
You
know
say. All right.
What?
All right.
The second cousin.
It looked like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Why is it not Jin Sakai?
We don't know yet. Why don't we wait and see what they tell us?
The art direction there was perfect. Oh, so we're done now?
Looks like it.
Was there one good thing there?
I'm gonna give
Lunar.
whatever's going on with Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Yotei a chance because that game
Me too.
was so good.
Me too. Yeah.
I platinumed it on the director's cut. I platinumed it on the original edition. It's a great game,
Well,
and I'm willing
right
to
now-
give Sucker Punch the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, right now or just before this, I think maybe not as of this moment, but you could get Ghost of Tsushima for free if you were at a PlayStation Network account. That may have changed today, which is why they gave us other games. But all right, let's look at some of these supers and then talk about what we saw.
Let's do it, yeah, and then we'll go around the pike. We can talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. I've got the full list of announcements here. Tennille89 for $2. I hope BioWare is prepared to be visceraled and followed that up with an additional $5, alternatively known as Bullfrogged, Mythicked, Maxicid, Pandemicked, Phenomicked. I could go on.
You could.
Sounds
Yeah.
prophetic to me.
Yeah.
I miss all those studios.
They're gone. Bye-bye.
Especially Maxis. Maxis was.
Spencer, you don't look like yourself today.
No,
That's true.
I did you not notice I was hanging out with Perry the Platypus at the start of the stream?
Oh, that's right.
Tennille89 for $5 more. No, you're mistaken, Jonas. There's no story. That's just the name of one of the producers. Story. I forget which one was on screen for this one. It was Dynasty Warriors, I do think. Butterbiscuit 92 for $5. I finally got home. Hopefully this will last a little bit longer. Well, that was 628, so here we are at 642. So it did.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Tennille89 for $5. If it makes you feel better, Martin. I think it's Marvin, by the way. I pre-ordered Alien Colonial Marines 1 hour before it released. Not my favorite learning experience during college.
Oh no.
But for $2 more, I do have a good explanation. I was drunk.
Okay.
Makes sense.
There is.
Hey, we've got a Chocobo fan out there. To see you.
So much potential with that game, but
Jonas has 0 platinum trophies. Nope, that is false. I like those platinum trophies.
Yeah, I love that people like to troll Jonas. That makes me happy.
Oh no, there's a lot of those in there. Yep. There's a good question from Film Watcher 96. Wolverine. Yeah, I didn't see anything about Wolverine in there.
Nope.
So that must not be coming in.
They're busy scrambling with that one, I think.
Yeah.
And we already heard that they're working on Spider-Man 3. So.
But Base Player 2011, if he is correct, stop pre-ordering games.
Why?
I pre-ordered Astrobot, but to be fair,
Yeah, I recommend against pre-ordering games at all times.
Yeah.
Why?
Just wait to see if it's good.
Yeah, because when you pre-order a game, you're basically saying, "Here's $60. I don't care what the quality of the game is going to be." So they've already got your money by the time it comes out. You go home, you open it, and you put it in. You go, "Oh, this was awful. I paid for this," and they got you.
Oh, the mom comes up with a good idea. This actually may be the thing.
The mom for $199. Ghost could be happening at the same time, different region.
Yeah.
So you could even run into that one guy again.
Yeah, my response to that is,
oh, come on, Marvin.
I want to continue the story that I got invested in. They left it off with him being an outlaw on the run. Like, whether you either killed your uncle or your uncle was killed by the Shogun. And I wanted to continue that story. And instead, we're just going to put a chick in it and probably make a gay.
I don't know. I
highly disagree with. I feel like
is that a Japanese studio?
Read. This could be anything.
No, it's an American studio. It's a Western gaming studio. It's a Western gaming studio. Is it really that far outside the realm of possibility?
I mean, it's not, but I feel like we're just being reactionary at this point. Sucker Punch has proven with the last Ghost of Tsushima that they know how to deliver a good game, that they don't bank on all of that, identity politics stuff. So I think they've at least earned the benefit of the doubt. Like I don't know. I'm tired of there's a woman here in the lead. This is immediately woke. This is garbage. It's like, dude, we have no idea what it could be. Maybe Jin shows up later on in a Snake Raiden situation. Who knows? But
just to play Spencer Devil's advocate, though, I think it's just in general we tire of having to figure it out, right? So
yes, we're all tired.
I mean, I understand.
When it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then you're very nervous.
Okay, but it's not
spending
walking and
money.
quacking like that. That's the problem. Is that the only thing that is a duck-like in quality here is that there's a female lead. This is from a studio with a good track record.
What we're seeing
here with a good track record. You have no idea what the story is going to be. Everybody is just going, woman, woke, don't want it. And I'm like,
no, because here's the thing.
I don't agree. I can't agree with it.
If it was just a new game, then I'd be fine with it. But this is a game that had an established male character that was very popular, that did very, very well, and now we're doing the sequel. We're taking him out. We're putting her in.
Yeah, I can see
exactly what they do.
No, I don't agree with that because you don't know how this is being done. This could be like an Echoes of Wisdom situation where it's a completely different character doing their own thing and not.
It also could be. It also could be exactly what I'm saying, or it could be what you're saying. Instead of being optimistic, I'm being pessimistic because
that's what I'm saying is that I'm voicing my own opinion that I'm tired of the pessimism because it doesn't serve us at all. It's so eye rolling to just go, woman, I know what's happening, especially when this is a studio. Like this is things we need to talk about in the sphere is that this is a studio that earned goodwill. Everybody says Ghost of Tsushima was great. It's brought up in every discussion. But the second a female protagonist appears, we can throw them out and write them off just because other studios have done this before. That to me is just as crazy reactionary as every SJW who says, "Oh, there's no black person in the lead of this game. This is racist." Like it's just it doesn't benefit anybody.
One thing I'll point out here is that in this particular case with Ghost of Tsushima, their Sucker Punch was actually really great in the first game about making a game that respects Japanese culture and did a story that even Japan was kind of iffy on. Apparently, we've talked about it in the past. How Jin Sakai.
They made Sucker Punch. The entire company are ambassadors to the island. Japan loved the game.
Amazing stuff right there. So I have to wonder if they look at what's going on with Assassin's Creed and they would just stay away from all of that. Sony, I don't know, as a company, they're a large corporation and they have studios in each of their regions. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one for now.
Look, again, it's not that it is a game that has a female character in it that makes me think, oh, this is what they're doing. It's the fact that it had an established male character, and now he's not in this trailer. We see somebody completely different who is clearly our playable character. That's
Right,
my
but that-
problem, is that we're once more if we're rebooting again, or not rebooting, but even just doing a sequel. This is you know, well, it's not apples to apples, but it's like, hey, instead of Joel, you're gonna play as Abby now in The Last of Us.
But the difference here is that nobody from Sucker Punch is going around going, we need to talk about representation, diversity, and how everything needs equity. They're just making a game. This is literally the stuff we claim on our side to be about, right? It doesn't matter if there's a woman or a minority in the lead, just make a good game. Well, that's what they're trying to do here. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I saw nothing in there that said Jin sucks, this is bad. I saw just another protagonist. There's nothing wrong with having multiple protagonists in a series entry. Look at Resident Evil. Would you have, like, is Resident Evil 3 woke because it replaces Chris with Jill? Like, not really. It's not at all. Like, this is the thing.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point. And I sounded exactly like you when The Last of Us 2 was coming out.
I think it's just that we're all a little bit on edge, right? And it's understandable because we've been burned so many times. It's hard not to, like, at least wince a bit and hope that this isn't going to happen. I mean, as you said, Spencer, and I agree, we have to judge each title but that's also why I agree with you. Don't go and pre-order if you're really running into this constantly. So wait for the story and then, you know, support the title once you kind of understand what's going on.
I completely understand everybody's like how we got here, why everybody is so gun shy is not the right word, but like
trigger happy,
sensitive to it. Like, these all sound like negative words, but I'm not trying to say it's negative. Like, I understand, I'm there as well, but it doesn't help anybody if we just all go, oh yeah, this is why it is. It's okay for us to be like this. Because again, if we want to elicit real change, doing this gives our opponents so many easy ways to go, oh, look, they do just hate women. They don't want women in here. Because
no, I don't think that's it. And I don't want to stay on this forever because there are, like, I'm looking at there's like 14 or 15 games to talk about here. I would much rather at this moment talk about a different game with a female protagonist so we can just have this conversation on a different IP. But I feel like everybody has reasonably pointed out their viewpoint on that to at least 90%. So one here, Tennille89 for $2. Pardon the name typo. Autocorrect is imperfect. Agreed.
Just like all of us. Just like all of us.
Yep. Jay for $10. While I agree with Spencer in principle, Echoes of Wisdom is a bad example of what he's trying to explain. Echoes showed that it's a different game. This trailer did not. Actually, one of the first stories that we covered on that Game Place was about Echoes of Wisdom, and I forget which it was. It might have been somebody from The Gamer that was kind of complaining about the fact that the first game with Zelda didn't have a sword. But of course, this panel,
that was The Gamer.
Rip that apart immediately. First of all, Hyrule Warriors, Zelda has a sword, and of course, I think she will have a sword by the end of Echoes of Wisdom as well. So
she can summon it, like she can summon a temporary like magic master sword to use as like a 20-second power up.
Agreed. Jacob Foxfires for 10. I don't agree with proven track records. Remember what Grum said. These things take ages to make, and we are getting games that in the time where at the time where woke was peak. I'm at wait and see with it.
He's Jacob's saying that development would have started on this when everybody was all in on the DEI in games.
Yeah, I think I think wait and see is going. I do see Marvin's point though that this is a game that had a male protagonist. Also, I'm going to point out that he was a semi-emasculated male protagonist at the beginning. He had his butt handed to him, and then he was taught the more proper way to be
that's just story
ninja.
Like, okay, I think
no, I'm saying that if they're going to integrate wokeness or whatever or play with gender roles, a lot of Jin learning to be learning what he eventually has to shuck off the way of the samurai with an SH, shuck the way of the samurai off of him. He learns that from a female character. So I'm not.
Which was fine. Yuna was a great character.
Yeah. But
Love
she's also doing what would be assumed to be a traditionally masculine role. So the game does play.
Yuna was not a girl boss. Yuna wasn't running into a crowd full of men and just decimating 20 guys. She was a thief. She taught him how to sneak around, how to slit throats, how to fight in a believable way for her character and her size.
Mm-hmm. I can also say from a story standpoint, if you're not going to have Jin as the main character, what can you do to make it interesting? And having it be a female character, well, then a female character would need to use the sword more effectively because they're not as strong from a physical standpoint. I don't know. I see reasons for it.
I mean, she looked like she was being more stealthy. She was, arrowing, creeping around.
Let me just introduce the idea that there's no way to know anything about this game until we hear about some of the things and the people that were involved in making it, and we see more results of gameplay and that. I'm trying not to prejudge things, much like what Spencer suggests. It doesn't mean I don't share the same concerns. I mean, we are now conditioned to predetermine that when these types of elements are introduced into games, they're always going to have a negative effect.
Yeah.
So like again, the way to set back and wait probably is a better reaction at this point.
Yeah.
What if the character is Tomoe, the Sensei Ishikawa's student who goes bad, and then you spare at the end and she leaves? What if that's her? I would like that.
But by the way, I do know that it's samurai, not ninja, but that's the whole point of the game right there, is that he's doing the dishonorable things that a samurai would not do.
It's like a samurai becomes a ninja.
Right. It's the whole point of Jin Sakai being brutal and horrible, and being the Ghost of Tsushima. He's the hero that we need, but not the hero we deserve. If I can go for another semi-samurai type story here. Tennille 89 for 5. Unfortunately, due to the conduct of their peers, it's on them to prove it's not woke.
True.
It's not fair, but there's no getting around that. That's a very good point.
And that's a great perspective to show there and to understand when you're approaching a game. But again, I mean, your natural instinct, because of how many times the industry has done the wrong thing, is just to assume the predetermined outcome that you're going to be fighting back. But I refuse to subject myself to that perspective all the time.
To build on that culture, this isn't the first time the gaming industry has done something that's uncomfortable. Like microtransaction became a huge thing in the 2000s and on, right? And that kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And when they approached a game, they're like, oh no, it's going to be like, a 6-hour basic story, and then everything else is DLC or microtransactions. That world is developed into something else now too, which is the DEI confusion. Like, is this going to be DEI ridden? We're worried about that. Or
I can't argue with your perspective. I agree with you, but at the same time, once I recognize the monetization scheme, I can evaluate whether or not it's going to be chock full of that. And look, I think the gaming industry has recognized that gamers are sick and tired of that particular model. I think you're hearing, not just from us, obviously, at that game place, but from other sources, and I think Spencer would agree, that you're starting to hear a massive pushback on the monetization schemes and the microtransactions. So I think game studios are recognizing that we want fully fledged, fully developed games. If you want to sell DLC or skins later, sure.
Or like horse armor?
Sure. Yeah.
That's when it started, though, right?
Yeah. But like I said, I have zero interest in buying said horse armor. I'm not going to buy it. You can try and sell it to me. I'm not going to buy it, and that's that. So, I mean, if you want to change a visual thing with a monetization scheme, sure. But if you don't change the game performance, gamers are going to be like, okay, well, maybe if I ever feel like buying that, I will. But you leave it in their hands. And I think more and more studios are recognizing that and moving that direction. So the only thing that I hate Ubisoft more than anything else is that they try to sell you bonuses to your XP accumulation so that you don't have to grind. Yeah, that's the most scummy thing that any game studio can do.
That's a good point, Culture, because I wonder if, as we've said before, did GTA 6 delay that game? Did the studio delay that because of exactly what you're saying, which is, I think we stepped too far with this, whether it be DEI or microtransactions, and we better tread very lightly, or we could be the next Concord going on here. Not necessarily as bad, but lose a lot of money or burn a lot of gamers.
Let's see here. Butterbiscuit 92 for $5. Spencer, no company is owed our money or optimism. BioWare and Rocksteady put out good games once too. Having concerns like Marvin is quite justified. I'll respond just a little bit. There hasn't been the change in staff here that Rocksteady did. Also, although Rocksteady did start with the main guy still at the head at the start of Suicide Squad. So I don't know. Spencer?
Yeah, no, I mean, I unfortunately sort of disagree, because while nobody's owed our patronage or our money, I completely agree with that. To me, it doesn't serve any advantage to immediately jump to conclusions at any little thing we see that could possibly line up with woke or whatever you want to say, right? So like, oh, there's a female lead character, there's a minority character in the lead. These things, I see too many people in our sphere leaping and going, oh, this is awful, it's trash, could get rid of it. And it's like, you're not really engaging. You're not even criticizing why you think it's wrong. You're just reacting. And to me, that doesn't help anything. That only serves to sort of whip up the base of people who already agree with us. For me, at least, I'm trying to, get our viewpoint out to other people and bring them onto our side and go, look, this stuff is ridiculous. Can we get back to a gaming industry that actually cares about video games? So again, I understand why everybody is that touchy about these kind of things. I just personally would always caution restraint, caution looking into things, because reacting does nothing except get you the first clicks and likes on social media.
Well, and I agree, because we don't want to become like the thing we criticize. Right?
The thing, and I'll push back on you a little bit. The opinion is the opinion. I don't think that Marvin is being performative. If I forgive me.
Oh no, I'm not saying that at all.
Marvin here, but that's I think that it is a fair thing, because as Butterbiscuit is pointing out here, this is an earned problem here, and this is a studio that is owned by Sony, and Sony just made Concord. And it wasn't just that Concord, they went off on their own and did a little thing. It sounds like the head of Sony Interactive Entertainment, which if he had a Japanese name, I would have no problem rattling it off right now. But I think, what is it? German Helmut Hurst, or I forget his name, but
Herman Holst.
Herman Holst, that's it. Sorry. Yes, Herman Munster, the head of Sony Interactive Entertainment, approved it all the way. So this is another division within the same company. So again, I can see both sides on this one, and I'm not trying to sit on the fence, but I think there's nuance on both sides. Going Shogi for $4.99, giving these companies the benefit of the doubt is when things go sideways. They've proven they need their feet held to a constant fire. I agree.
They do.
This is why we need to be aware.
Nothing to hold them to a fire to right now. That's the thing, is that right now all we're holding them to the fire to is look at what everybody else did. That's not fair. That's guilt by association. That's the thing that we all try to fight against here in our spheres. So I'm not going to just start buying into this and going, it's okay because they do it, just because they're my opponents. I refuse to, get in the mud like that. That's just me. That's just me.
Culture. I mean, sorry. Spencer, forgive me on that, Culture. Part of what you do.
I wish I looked that good.
And what we do here on That Park Place and Bounding Into Comics is we document it very thoroughly when things go in one direction or the other. So I would say that we're doing our part in making sure that if they are doing it, we're holding their feet to the fire. Now, there might be some aspects here where we're trying to frame it in a way to get a little bit more attention than it wouldn't get otherwise. But I think you're doing your part to hold their feet to the fire. So good on you for that. We're about to lose Marvin. Marvin is going to be doing a 5K celebration live stream this evening over on which channel? Tooneytown?
Tooneytown Wrestling.
Get over there.
Yep.
The OG. Yeah. I we're doing a bunch of original puppet comedy sketches throughout the night. So I got to go edit those and then get everything set for the stream. So this was fun. Thanks, guys. And I will catch you
Later. Marvin,
Yeah, Marvin, thank you for being here.
chat.
I think we should set the redirect to Marvin's channel there.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Here's a good question, by the way, before we move on from Ghosts of Yotei. TLJ Screwjob, when did Ghost of Tsushima take place? The beginning of Yotei said 1604. Ghost of Tsushima takes place in 1274. So,
oh, dang, like a 300, 400 year leap. I didn't even realize that. Good catch.
yeah. And Azuchi Momoya period, 1574 to 1600. In Japanese history, age of political unification under the daimyo Oda Nobunaga and his successor, Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Unification of Japan was not peaceful. I believe it. I believe it.
But am I correct in assuming the ladies were not allowed to be samurai, correct? So,
I'm sure.
So we have to be careful how much historical connection we do again with this.
Well, I don't think that she is going to be a samurai. I think that she may be using samurai methods. She'll be using some kind of katana style. But this is a character that in the last game he existed as an outlaw for a good portion of the game. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played Ghost of Tsushima, but that game does take a pretty big turn at several moments. Great cinematic game. So there are other things that were announced on here. Obviously, the PS Pro Enhanced, they added more games to that. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, that actually interests me.
But did you feel that they kind of glossed over the Pro again, like pretty quick announcement?
Yeah,
correct. Yeah,
I think they did.
Like, what else do you have to say about it? That's the thing. This is all they had was look at the games that are upscaled, and we already knew that.
I think they're embarrassed by that price fiasco thing, so they're trying to.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Let's we'll get this super chat and then we'll talk about Horizon because I think there's probably something that we need to talk about there. Jay for $5. No, Spencer, you don't want to look like CC. Six told me a few weeks ago that she wants to wax him from head to toe, minus the beard.
Aerodynamic culture. How much do we have to crowdfund for that?
Tens of thousands of dollars.
You heard the man.
Go higher. You should go hundreds with something like that. Sir.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Marvin's gonna stream Veilguard here, and we're gonna make a collection to get aerodynamic culture.
I tell you what, I would much rather you guys help out our friend Loki, who would normally be here, but unfortunately is elsewhere.
Yeah.
He has a GoFundMe going right now that we all have been trying to support in our various ways. He needs it to take care of an insurance deductible for his health and other expenses that go along with when you're fighting for your health. So please help.
Yep. I'm dropping the link in the chat, by the way. So let's talk about Horizon and everything they did around Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered and Lego Horizon Adventures here. So this appears to me to be part of their push to try to put more IPs in Sony and try to make it to where they have their Nintendo. Astrobot, I would say, is part of that as well. Trying to pump up the idea that PlayStation owns a bunch of brands. Obviously, adding Stellar Blade and Helldivers to Astrobot very soon. They're adding. It's the first time I've ever heard it pronounced Nier Automata. They're adding the collaboration DLC to Stellar Blade, but with Horizon Zero Dawn, they are doing a full remaster of that game. It'll be out. Sounds like within a month and a half here, and it is an upgrade of the PS4 version to a PS5 version, and it's a PS5 version. It's not the first time I've heard of them doing a remaster of a game. What do you guys think about this? Basically remaking an existing game. It's not a new game like when they do a Last of Us remaster, and it is like from scratch, we're selling a new $70 copy of this. This is a remaster of an existing game. You guys have any thoughts on that?
So you mean like just like a graphical up and like maybe like control update to like an existing game?
Well, they said they've re-recorded a whole bunch of dialogue on top of it. We were pretty talkative over top of it.
Yeah.
So they did
Sorry about that.
Apparently re-record some of the dialogue as well. So not just a graphical fidelity, like it's not like they just went in and upgraded the textures, but I think they actually put work into it.
I mean, I can appreciate that. I mean, there's some classics that a remaster is always nice. I wish they would do some older stuff. Like, I mean, they did System Shock recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which was pretty good. So it's good to go back and have a modern, yet the core of it is still the same. and that's appreciated when they put the work in. It just kind of lets a new generation also know about a game they might not have played before. So it can have the benefits, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think the way you should handle remasters is sort of like the one I always go to are the Tomb Raider remasters, which were they kept the exact same game, same layout, same everything. They just when you're playing, when you get to a cutscene, it still plays the old PS1 cutscenes. All they did was give it new textures and tweaked up the graphics. So or not the graphics, the controls. So you could have like the second stick moving the camera instead of really bad tank controls. That's the kind of change I would like, or like, I think that's how you should remake things. I don't think remakes should be, let's change things that we didn't get to do before. Like that to me is all weird.
Mm-hmm. Here's a great comment. Don CK says Resistance remastered would be awesome. Yeah.
Where are those games? Seriously.
Well, they were made by Insomniac, and Insomniac is occupied with Wolverine and Spider-Man right now. So, and I feel like Ratchet and Clank is probably going to take the next non Marvel spot there, but who knows? Or they could give Resistance to another studio.
I would like them to redo Thief from the way it was. I don't know if anybody's played that, but that was a fantastic game.
I love that game.
Yeah, and they redid the game, which was nothing like it was just basically a I don't even know how to describe it, but it was not a remaster. So I would love to see Thief, or as you said, Resistance. Those would be great games to remaster.
Before we drop this entirely, Lego Horizon Adventures. Okay, so to me, the Horizon Zero Dawn series is kind of depressing and melancholic. Like it feels like she goes around just looking at things in a sad way. I didn't really get into that game, but the Lego games are obviously a little goofy, and they showed off how you can play with all the different Sony PlayStation characters as Legos, which I don't think those exist in real life yet. So maybe
that's the gimmick to get people in. All right, now you got us. Now you got us.
Yeah, and I feel like Lego is making a slow play to dominate the entire world here, as far as having almost every IP have a Lego set. So that's interesting.
Barge just got a set.
That's true. And Lego Fortnite in the middle of all that. Hey, anybody going to get that Fortnite controller?
No.
That controller looks like the controller you would give to your 4-year-old, and then she goes and she puts stickers all over it, and she draws crayons all over it. It's such a bad looking thing. Who thinks that's cool? Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah.
90-ish kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just go around the bend here. What do you think is great? What do you think is bad? What are you looking forward to? Let's start with you, Dave, if you're up for that.
Start with me because I don't own a PlayStation. But what caught my eye? I mean, honestly, nothing kind of stood out. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a very bland, and so was the last, I think, Nintendo and Microsoft's thing. I don't know what it is about this year. It's a bunch of remakes or games that were kind of dark. That very artistic one kind of caught my eye, though. I can't remember the name of it. I think we were all worried at first.
A Midnight Walk, that one?
Yeah, that one looks interesting. I would probably play that one because it was the art style and the story looked very interesting. So if you're saying, what would I like to play? Probably that game. That looked interesting. But the rest was seen it all before, it feels like, or remasters. So.
Yeah, they didn't really hit any of the franchises that I really look for, that are Sony franchises.
Yeah.
Filter?
I didn't see anything that blew my skirt up either. I think the Ghost of Yotei, is that what it's called? Did I say it right?
Yotei. It could be Yotei. It's with a Y.
Yeah, I think that seems to be the most visually capturing. I think as far as the odd art style for the Midnight Walk or Moonlight Walk or Moonwalk or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. Walk at Midnight or Midnight Walk.
Yeah, I think that Space Dave mentioned that one as well. And I think I like the art style, I like the claymation style that was, because I mean, it's very Tim Burton-y, and the art direction on that had to be something spectacular. Somebody had they had something in their brain. They had a bad dream one night. And it looks really good. Unfortunately, I think that's one of the studios that the consultancy group that we've been talking about deals
well, that's
with.
too bad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm all about finding. I'm all about finding the best things that look the best. We didn't have a lot of the look the best moments here, and the Lego stuff has always been like off-putting to me, despite the fact that I love Legos. So,
I agree.
Yeah. I guess that's all I got.
All right. And Spencer.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything was particularly eye-rollingly bad. I really liked that a Midnight Walk or whatever it was that everybody else gushed about. For Marvin, I know Marvin and I are really excited about the Lunar Collection, which will probably find its way to PC eventually. And honestly, I think the highlight of this for me was the Shadow DLC. I think that I don't know. We things like that always feel like they actually care about what they're working with. Like they didn't just throw in a skin or something. Like they made a whole level where he goes and it's based on the game and it's not just asset flips. So I don't know. That looks really fun and I'm looking forward. Excited.
And they actually got Keanu Reeves to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's him. It's full on him.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go tell the family about that one. They're all big Sonic fans. So yeah, Midnight Walk is sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Spencer, if you were.
Oh no. That I was totally done. You got me.
So Arc-Age or Arc-Age Chronicles, that looks kind of good. Pal World on, and I'm just listing the things that are positive here, but also to make a point here. Arc-Age Chronicles, Pal World coming to PS5, that's good. Lunar Remastered Collection, that actually I'm probably going to pick that up. The DLC to Shredder's Revenge, as I understood, they weren't originally intending to do DLC for that game, so this is like the second or third DLC thing they've done for that. And yeah, Sonic X Shadow Generations, I was already picking that game up anyways. Dragon Age, I don't think anyone on this panel was impressed with Dragon Age, and I
forgot it was even shown. Oh my goodness.
It looked terrible. It looked terrible. Honestly, objectively, it did not look
They
good.
couldn't even show a full boss fight without fading.
What is up with the fade outs?
And did you notice that
show part of the boss fight, don't show the entire thing?
Yeah, when she was doing the fire beam, it didn't even connect with the bad guy. So I'm like, what?
Well, if you notice too, like in the very beginning when they're fighting and they're a little bit of a distance away from the dragon, like it feels empty. Like there's no effects, there's no like environment, snow or wind or anything. It's just an image in the background. It's so bad.
Yeah. Jacob Foxfires for $2. That Aloy, oof, she isn't two steps ahead. Maybe I'll go revisit that game. I mean, they did do a remaster. I've got the disc. This is the other thing I don't know when they say, if you own it, it'll be $10 to upgrade. Okay. Does that mean you're essentially giving me a digital copy of the game?
Yep, that's 100% what they mean.
So,
not worth it.
Yeah, Butterbiscuit 92 for $2. By the way, I love you guys. Best weekly stream on Wednesday, but on a Tuesday. Thank you very much, Butterbiscuit. Appreciate you. And Gory-Eyed Beast for $2 Canadian. I'd like to see BioShock get a TV show like Fallout. Peter Jackson was attached to a BioShock movie at some point, or was it
a long time ago? I think there is a BioShock series in development for Netflix right now. I think.
I hope so. And I hope they learn from Fallout. It was excellent. I thought it was very well. I mean, it's not word for word Fallout, but it was one of the best. I mean, after seeing Halo, of course, anything's better than Halo. Fallout was great.
That's okay. So two things. One, I think that you actually have a lot of freedom to play with a potential BioShock series as long as you weren't trying to make an adaptation, because there's always a lighthouse, there's always a girl, right? Just go tell another one of those stories. I think you could do something there. Unfortunately, so I had to go look it up because I knew it sounded familiar. We got an update so there is a BioShock film in development at Netflix, and we actually got an update on it during Comic-Con, and the update was basically that quote. All right, so here's the quote from the film's producer, Roy Lee. Quote, "The new regime at Netflix has lowered the budgets, so we're doing a much smaller version. It's going to be a more personal point of view as opposed to a grander, more epic project." So take that what you will, but there is one happening.
Well, there's that. Well, maybe that means it's going to be good. Maybe a more focused story means that they're not.
Like that's the thing. Part of me is like, I don't know if that's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad. I feel like it's more likely to go bad, but it has the potential to limit the creative team in a way that would make it good.
Yeah.
But BioShock with the world, if you're going by the first game, it's a very contained game, right? So it's underwater, but the sets
it's very contained, but you've also when I think budgets and I think, they're not doing epic, that means less set pieces, less grand sweeping visuals of an underwater city. And I'm like, that's kind of what you need. I don't want this to be like Mad Men with superpowers, or everybody's just sitting in the same office all day talking about Andrew Ryan.
But Spencer, would you agree that that's the kind of thing you can certainly do with the volume? I mean, if you're
that's what I was thinking.
A perfect project for the volume, this would be it.
That's a good point.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
You know what? To be fair, I have never really considered how the volume can be used well, because it just is used so terribly all the time. I kind of associate it with awful. But you're right. It is a good technology. Somebody just needs to learn how to use it and not just film Mandalorian on it.
Yeah, agreed. Probably Minecraft movie though. Butter Biscuit 92 for $5. Honestly, guys, I don't think I've seen a good gaming presentation since the God of War Orchestra from E3 years ago. Everything has been lackluster.
And is that because there's no more live audience and such? They took that away.
That's a big part of it.
And there's no, like, you kind of draw off a live audience and people getting excited, but that's gone. It's been gone for a while. And
there were a lot of really cringy live audience segments, though. I mean,
don't you guys have phones? Was the funnest one.
You're totally right. I just think of all the awkward presentations where they put somebody who is a software engineer or a nerd, and they
but you get a lot of good memes and stories out of that kind of stuff. So it's humorous at the end of the day.
Yeah, and then there's the adorable stuff like "My Body Is Ready" from Reggie Fils-Aimé. But
gosh.
Maybe that's what Butter Biscuit is pointing back to here.
Or F the Oscars.
Or my favorite, "You're breathtaking."
You're breathtaking. He was so happy during that moment. One thing I just want to remind everybody of, because I always laugh at this story, and it's actually really relevant. When they did the initial Ghost of Tsushima reveal during whatever state of play that was, back when they had live audiences and stuff, as part of the reveal, it opened up with a guy playing this really ancient Japanese style flute that is super. It's an ancient style. Only like 3 people in the world know how to do it anymore. And he happens to be a white guy. So he goes on stage and he's dressed in traditional Japanese garb and he's playing this flute and he's killing it. And it's beautiful. Everybody online is going, "Oh, why is it a white guy? Why is it blah, 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 blah?" And then everybody, of course, goes, "There are 3 people in the world who know how to do this. He's like the only one who can still travel. Shut your mouth." And that kind of put a stop to that very fast.
Perfect. So I think that we have covered everything that we want to cover on this particular state of play here. We will be having a live stream tomorrow. It's going to be on Culture here. I don't think that we can set the redirect here, but I'm going to put the link in the chat here for Marvin's live stream. And if you guys could,
TV.
if you guys can click it and then hit the notification bell for that as soon as he's up, or you can set it to go in the background.
Come on, Marvin, you don't have the stream like the pre-stream thing ready to go? No,
we need to make sure he's ready to receive redirects. So go over there and tell them that Spencer sent you. So, all right,
Jonas, I just got to plug Marvin, man. That guy is such a creative genius when it comes to his skits and stuff. He puts a lot of work into his show. He's great.
Yep. We got one more super chat. Kalikioke for $10. I relate with Butter Biscuit. E3 has a certain charm to it, and none of these directs or state of plays compare to it in its prime. A lot of people made friendships over E3. I never got out there while it was still big. I had a chance a couple of years and I didn't go. It was in that portion where they were saying, "No, we want this to only be industry professionals," and then they realized what a horrible idea that was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went once back when it was still all industry stuff. I was doing some video work for a site, and it's fine, if you've ever been to a comic convention or like an anime con or whatever, it is basically that, except you wait in the line to play demos for new games, which is sort of fun, but also that's never really been a sale for me. It's like, I'm not going to wait an hour to play the new Sonic. I'll just wait until I can play the new Sonic.
Absolutely. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here. We are going to be streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Guys, go check out Bounding Into Comics and, of course, Studio Kabuto and Spencer's Friday night live streams. Space Dave, do you want to tell anybody about anything you're up to?
Not yet. Hopefully things will normalize in the next couple of weeks as the life realigns to normalcy. But right now I'm at that game place whenever I'm available, which is more often recently, and it's a fantastic place to be. You know, if it was a buffet, I'd keep coming back if I were you guys.
Thank you very much, Dave. And Culture Casino is over there on the Culture Casino channel. He's got the 6-minute daily every day at 10:45 a.m. Eastern time. I want to say sometimes he changes it, so you should just go over there and hit the notification bell for that. And as we often say at the end here, get your game on.